Wow, welcome back. That was amazing. Isn't Dr. Harmon amazing? So thankful. So I found this quote, I heard this quote a couple months ago, and it really impacted me. It said, man can live about 40 days without food, about 3 days without water, and about 8 minutes without air, but only 1 second without hope. What do you do when the medical community has given you no hope? Definitely makes you question everything. And so everyone who knew Alan knew of his future hope in heaven. He never lived without hope in his spirit, but the medical prognosis rendered his life, vibrant life here on earth, pretty ineffective. Alan knew where he was going. Decisions were being made for him that I'm sure he wouldn't have made. But since those decisions were made to extend his life, Alan's sister Carla and I were searching out alternative methods of treatment so that he could be treated as he would want. The next person you get to meet is has such amazing things happening in her life with these phototherapy patches. Her husband's life, a friend with a brain injury. She heard about Alan's heart attack, and she knew that she wanted to get these patches to him. So she didn't know about my friendship with Dr. McCord, so she knew that he was friends with John and Carolyn Damrell. John and Carolyn Damrell knew about my friendship with Dr. McCord. So after Carolyn tried these patches and had amazing results and made sure that they were real, she passed the information on to me and made sure that I could get them to Dr. McCord. Since then, this lovely lady and I have become the best of friends. She has taught me so much. And just to know who she is, she was the director of the marketing team for the Puyallup Fair, the largest fair in Western United States, west of the Mississippi. For 25 years, if you did the Puyallup, you were invited by Tracey and her team. So she blesses everyone she meets with her radiant smile, her faith in God, and her generosity. And I have been the recipient of that through some of the worst time of my life, but also some of the best time of my life. And she has incredible knowledge about this company, an amazing story about how LifeWave found her. And please join me in welcoming Tracey Flintoff.
Aw, what a sweet, sweet lady that lady is. And, you know, sometimes she talked about having that hope thing. And, boy, it just takes somebody to give you a little secret, to just give you a little hint about something that you never heard about something that maybe some people think you're a little crazy about something that some of my doctors look at me and say, yeah, right, sure. But when you know what I know and when I've seen what I've seen, so blessed that I got to share that. And this is kind of a full circle moment for me because never thought I was going to leave that job at the fair. But menopause, you asked about menopause and do these help menopause? I'm living proof because I thought I was destined for home. I really did. I lost my words. I looked at spreadsheets that I made for 25 years. I didn't know what they were telling me. They made no sense. And I had restless nights, hot flashes galore, anxiety. I'm the happiest, cool chick you ever met. Even when we're inviting a million people to that little party, I might get a little riled up, but not too bad. But on a daily basis, 89 times a day, I was shaking, I was quaking, and I was like, who is this person? And I didn't want to be that person anymore. So thank goodness that my husband's best buddy, Bruce, back here, who sells garage doors, by the way, brought us these patches. I didn't think they were for me because they were for Eric. He had spinal fusion surgery that didn't want to heal. And he's in his 60s, and you just don't have enough stem cells left to heal the way our bodies were designed to do, right? And those patches allowed Eric, after 2 weeks of using them, we skied 3 days in a row with my dad in Utah for Christmas. He had asked me to cancel that trip, I should say, and thankfully Bruce was at our kitchen table. And he said, "Oh, don't cancel the trip, just wear these Band-Aids my sister sent me. They're amazing." Well, they sat on our kitchen counter for a week because Eric is a little skeptical. So if anybody here is skeptical, right on, I get it. We were too. We thought they had somebody else's stem cells in them, and we thought they were kind of gross. We didn't want that. But at 2 a.m. in the morning when he was spinning in bed, I said, "You know what? I'm going to go get the thing from Bruce because I want to sleep and you're not." And 15 minutes later, he was sound asleep snoring. I thought, whoa, that worked. He woke up in the morning and he got out of bed like a normal guy. He did not bend out of bed like a 90-year-old man and limp over to the bathroom. And he was like, "Holy cow, I think these things work. I don't have the pain." So thank you, Bruce. And thank the people who invited you today, because if you're here, somebody cares about you. And if I invited you, and if I nagged you, maybe you understand why. This is life-changing stuff. This is not the next brown bottle in your medicine cabinet. This is maybe a different path that you've never heard about. And it's pretty exciting. But when Eric's very good friend, Doc Alan McCord, Eric came home from work that night of his heart attack, and Carolyn had put out a message to our Liberty Road team with the very bad news. And Eric said, "I don't think he's going to make it through the day." And I said, "Oh, if he makes it through the day, honey, we got to get the patches to him, because what they've done for my brain," and then a friend, Joy, with a traumatic brain injury of 5.5 years, she lived in a dark, quiet house. These brought her brain back in about a month. She now lives on Maui. She works for the Red Cross. She's paying it back, helping the Lahaina fire victims. This is a woman of full function, and she had so much good stuff to give the world. And it would have been really sad to let that lady live in that dark house the rest of her days. So these have been life-changing for us, but when we couldn't get these to Doc because we had a little COVID issue, we also had a little complexity with who was in governance of his medical care. And thankfully, Carolyn said, "You know, those patches you're talking about sound really interesting, and I had this car accident, and if you brought me some," because we were going to a fashion show, which ironically is tomorrow, so this was 2 years ago, coming full circle here, I brought her these patches, and we put them on backstage. I think I got to see her naked butt as we put them on. I didn't even know her that well, but I did that day. And luckily, by the end of that, she was like, "Oh my gosh, my pain is better. I feel a lot better. You know what? I am going to get these patches and make sure that Doc's family gets them." So that was the beginning of an amazing turn of events for us, and since so many more amazing stories. But this lovely, lovely man who was all about natural health and healing, to have to go through what he did. And certainly Cami has a vision of what this is for him and his life. And she feels that, we're helping carry on his wisdom, because the body is designed to heal itself. It wasn't designed for all of those brown bottles. There's certainly some you got to keep, right? But as you let your body fix itself, maybe you get off some of those, like I did. 4.5 months into me wearing these, and I was telling everybody, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. The hot flushes are gone. My brain is back." And when my hairstylist told me I had more new hair starts on my head than anyone she'd seen in 30 years, I told Eric that night, "Guess what? These are really real. They're not in our head. My hairstylist says that it's all over my hair." Well, my hair is thick again, like when I was a kid. Anyway, it has really come full circle for us, and we're just so excited to be able to share this with people. And I know that Doc is smiling down, and this is a beautiful art piece. Cami is just a beautiful soul inside and out. She gets to express that on canvas, and that was a canvas she had made for a friend that's here in the audience. And then this, when Doc did leave us, sadly, but he did come out of that coma, which they said he never would, and they said that he would be a vegetable, but he actually did have engagement. And I know Carla had a pretty amazing experience getting to witness that. So we feel so good that we gave him something, and I hope he's really happy with what we are continuing on in his honor. So as we change here, and you're going to notice I'm going to go through some of these slides really quickly, because Dr. Harmon went into some really great stuff. A lot of it is in my PowerPoint. So I'll zip through it, but I did hear recently statistic, 2/3 of the people in this planet are going to die of something that was avoidable. That is tragic. And what we're going to talk about, and he's already shared with you, is a smart new technology. And it really can help you turn back the hands of time. But this is a privately held company. This was developed and has a lot of patents. But it's all talking about how we look, how we feel, how we age, and how do we finish out those golden years. The beautiful thing is we don't have to worry. If you're on any medications right now, you can keep using those. You work with your doctors. We are not doctors, and we're not here to treat or diagnose. But for me, at 4.5 months, the hot flushes returned. I went to my medical doctor, who knows about these patches, by the way. He started studying them, and he was pretty darn impressed. And I said to him, I think these things have stopped working. The hot flushes are back, and I don't feel good again. And he laughed, and he goes, oh, no. Stem cells know their job, Tracey. I suspect your thyroid is regenerated. And I went, regenerated? That's even possible? He's like, well, yeah, that's what stem cells do. They regenerate. And he said, I think you're over-medicated on levothyroxine, a thyroid med I'd been on for 15 years. He said, well, do the blood work, we'll confirm it. And lo and behold, I got to get off of that. So that was 1.5 years ago. My hormones at age 58 are perfectly balanced, finally. Since I was a teenage girl, 3 miscarriages, all sorts of icky stuff. These things have finally figured out my body. Pretty cool. But you keep using your meds, like I say. Beautiful thing is we have no interactions with the meds. But I do want to clarify that this is a holistic wellness product as classified by the FDA. So, and we are not medical professionals, so we're not going to diagnose or treat. And you always work with your doctor. And for those of you who might have got a clipboard, there's a health tracker, which is a really helpful tool to help on your journey. Because had I had that way back in the beginning of this, I might have made note that I needed a bunion surgery on my left foot. I had it on my right. I swore I would never do it again. The most painful thing of my life. I lived in a recliner chair for 2 months. But about 9 months into me wearing these, a friend of ours asked me, do you think those patches of yours would help with my bunionectomy? They want to do that yucky surgery you had. And I said, bunion? Oh my gosh. I used to have horrible pain in this left foot that needed that surgery. I don't have the pain anymore. I took off my shoes and I looked, and my feet are exactly the same. One was surgically removed and one was dissolved with stem cells and inflammation reduction. Huge. So we got her using the same patches I was using. 2 months later, she called me up. She goes, guess what? I went to the podiatrist. I don't have to have the bunionectomy anymore. He couldn't believe how my inflammation was gone. We only have to do a little bone shave. That is a piece of cake compared to that. So pretty cool. Had I had that tracker, I would have noted these things and I wouldn't have, missed that. So what we'd like to do now is just a couple quick testimonials. And Cindy, I know you had, there's a microphone right behind you. And then Linda, if you wouldn't mind too, we'd love to hear, because the FDA does not allow us to make medical claims, or, we have to be very cautious in how we talk about this. But the nice thing is that people can share their experience, and that's really how we get to learn in this company. It's just learning from each other.
So I'm Cindy, and I was given these patches by a gal that I had to have come cook for me because I ended up with E. coli, and I just about died. Before I had E. coli, I actually had, I have thyroid disease, I have Hashimoto's, and so when I ended up with the E. coli, it pretty much wiped me out. So I hate to say it, I was just as guilty. They were sitting on my desk for a year. And finally one day, she had come to cook for me because I couldn't even cook for myself. So I had to hire someone in to cook for me. And I said, okay, I'll put the patch on. At this point, I couldn't pick up a cup. The 2 fingers were numb. I put the patch on, and by 6 o'clock that night, all the pain was gone. All of it was gone. To back up a little bit, in November, I went to a specialty clinic because I was so sick, and I had been diagnosed with a very rare, it's called vasculitis autoimmune. It's incredibly rare and very deadly. It attacks all of your connective tissue. So if anyone's had the flu and knows what it's like to have to get in a hot tub to get out of that ache and pain, that was me 24 hours a day, every day. Couldn't get away from it. I'm on pain meds. Put the patch on. By 5 o'clock, that pain was gone. 2 months fast forward, and you don't know this yet, I just got my paperwork in, and I am vasculitis free.
Wow.
ANCA,
Yay.
it's gone. And 40 pounds lost.
Wow. Wow. Love it.
Well, this is a big crowd. My name's Linda. I bought my patches through Cami. We go to a networking group together, and she had told me about them. I listened, and then I went ahead and I scheduled knee surgery. I was diagnosed to have 2 knees that needed surgery. I had run out. He wouldn't give me any more cortisone shots anymore, and I got bone on bone. I saw it with my own eyes on the x-rays. I scheduled surgery. Before I got the patches, I scheduled surgery January of 23, and I had a surgery go wrong years ago, and I was scared to death. I didn't want surgery, and I canceled. And as of Easter, just yesterday, I've been on the patches for a year. I can't tell you I can go run a 5K or anything, but I am not getting surgery. I can get off the couch without looking like, I'll cry. I don't look like my mom, who's 91 and trying to get off the couch. I can go up the stairs and down the stairs. I don't have the pain I had. I experienced differences within 4 or 5 days with the energy, and my legs didn't feel like 500 pounds apiece, and the pain's gone. Doesn't mean I never have a sharp pain here or there, but for overall 90%, the pain's gone, and I'm not having surgery. I'm not.
Yay.
So.
Thanks, Linda.
How you doing? My name is Ray, and because of Linda's testimony, I've been in construction for 20 years, and I've had what they call the carpenter knees. I've had them all my life, and about 5 weeks ago, I stepped off a ladder, and pardon my emotionalness is just I just find it absolutely amazing. I stepped off a ladder bad. I hyperextended my knee. I was down for about a week. Same week that she gave her testimony, and my wife meets Cami. Cami explains to her the whole process, and so I go online. I'm like, I'm buying it now, you know. Took about a week, so I basically had the time to rest and just ice my knee for about a week. The day it came in, I put the patch on where prescribed, and within an hour, my pain was gone completely. And I've been using the patch for about 4 weeks, and I'm actually back doing some construction, and everybody around me is like, what did you do? And I'm just like, I don't know, these patches, they just work. I have no idea what it is, but it's working for me, and full mobility is big for everyone, obviously, but for me, it's my livelihood. So it just being able to do what I normally do on a daily basis, and be able to continue to make money in that livelihood without thinking about what else I'm going to do for the rest of my life, it was truly important. So again, apology for the emotional portion of this, but it's absolutely changed my life. So thank you.
No apology. Yay. Tears are a good thing around here. We love these things to cry and celebrate. He told you, the sun. And for those of you who don't know, how do we treat a jaundiced baby? Light, right? We turn on that liver with light. Light, very healing. These were developed 20 years ago for the U.S. Navy SEALs, and a lot of athletes have been using these. Tom Brady attributes these to his ability to play football into that age. Without these regenerative patches fixing up the damage he did every Sunday, he wouldn't have been out there that long. So that's a pretty big darn deal. That timeline, John's already talked about this, and he already talked about that 1.33 days younger when you use these for every day of using it. That's a pretty great thing. This is a fantastic website because you're not going to remember everything you heard today, and you're going to have people all around the country that you care about and you love, and you might want to share this. Here's the cool thing. You don't have to go up on a stage and do all this. Give them this website. It does it all. Snap a picture of that QR code if you'd like. But there are really great things. This is the website. It's talking about this being patented. There's 2 videos. I tell everybody, just watch those first 2 videos. The first one's 2 minutes. The history of light. Light has been used in Grecian and Roman times. You go back thousands of years. They knew the power of light. This one is about stem cells, the race of big pharma, trying to figure out how to get there. And here's a little guy, a no-name guy out of San Diego that figured it all out. But I love this section with the yellow circle here, age reversal, because this really goes into that GHK copper peptide that Dr. Harmon was talking about, lung protection, anti-fast growing cells. I mean, this stuff is huge. So important. We got to let people know about this stuff. But there's a lot of doctors, and you can talk and listen to a cardiologist, this acupuncture doctor. I love her because she educated me that this is acupuncture with no needles. We're moving energy. We're unblocking blocked energy. Blocked energy is pain. So you put on a patch, you change the energy flow, and you don't need needles? Sign me up all day long. So we're going to show you really quickly some expedited wound healing. Snowboarder dude, he had a job interview coming up. Thank goodness his mom had the patches. This is an open heart surgery scar, and this is a 1-year Mother Nature's repair mechanism, that July 2018. So that was a scar that person would live with, but then their friend gave him the X39, and in 1 month, look at the difference. That's a huge difference. That just gets better. You already saw this little fella. This is bulging disc. This is a degenerative spinal cord over here at the C7T1, that black thing pushing into that spinal cord. That's pain. That person is living with severe pain. This is that same person with that spinal cord regenerated. That's pretty darn amazing. This happens to be that curvature of the spine. And again, we're not diagnosing, but we're showing you this lady's result. She's young, and I thought, oh, that happened for her because she's young. Well, we have a friend, Gail. She's 68. It happened for her in 2 weeks, not 4. So her repair was even quicker. Here's our guy. And then this lady, look at her. She starts out looking like grandma. Then she becomes the mom. I think she now looks like the daughter. Pretty great, wearing a Band-Aid every day. And this is our beloved and dearest Marcy, Jan's very good friend and our mentor in this. And when these patches came to her, her naturopath gave her 10. She was in a recliner chair waiting to die, literally. She was stage 3 breast cancer, been through chemo, radiation. It had spread to her lymph nodes and a very aggressive skin cancer that never goes into remission. Look at this lady now. This is 4 years later. She's getting better and better and better. Full remission on all accounts. She's a changed person. This is a pretty cool thing. I think Michael Jackson would have loved for these patches, right? I think this is the same condition he had. But look at the evolution of this man. Think of that life changed. This is what collagen and hyaluronic acid, that tightening of the skin, when you bring that back with these patches, tightening of that turkey neck, the jowls, the varicose veins. Of course the veins are there, but now the collagen goes and fills those back in. And then this man with a birthmark, can you imagine that changed life this fellow has? And this is Alan, Dr. McCord's dad, Carla's dad. And you can look at him because he started wearing these patches and then his birthday came up. Look at him. He looks younger at 90 than he did before he started wearing them. Hormonal acne. That was 6 weeks of balancing. Darn, I wish these patches had been around when I was at junior high and high school. Hair, that's 5-week difference. And you can just see the things that these do to help with age. This is something very near and dear to my heart because it has changed the life of my bonus daughter. She's always had gut issues. She's had her appendix out, her gallbladder. She has anxiety and depression. And for those of you who don't know, the gut is really the second brain. Some doctors will argue it's really the first brain. There's a huge correlation between the digestion and the absorption of nutrients in the gut and what your brain gets out of it. We did this system on my bonus daughter because she had GERD. She kept throwing up. This was the end of August, and she was a large girl. And in 18 days, if I had the pictures here, I'd show you, she lost 35 pounds, and she fit back into her little skinny jeans. But more importantly, she lost the anxiety and the depression in the process of cleansing her system by wearing these patches on her stomach for 18 days. So pretty cool. I'm getting ready for Cabo. Next Sunday we're leaving. I'm wearing the Energy Enhancer. I'm not a star athlete, but I'm burning my fat for fuel right now. So an extra 300 to 600 calories a day. So it's pretty cool. But these can help our pets too regenerate. This is my girlfriend's dog. And I told her, I said, Terry, don't throw away your patches. Put them on Brutus because, these even help blind dogs see or, regenerate, arthritis, whatever, cats, leukemia. I hear all these stories. This is him in 1 week. We were pretty dang shocked. Look at that brown eye with the pupil, that white frosty cataract eye. He was blind and then he's not. Pretty cool. So I am going to turn it over to Cami and we will wrap this up and then we're going to give away some door prizes. So hang with us here just a few more minutes. And you're going to
steal
win.
this from you.
Okay, cool.
And then they'll probably mute you, and I'll be live right here, so we don't have to do a embarrassing microphone switcheroo. We were backstage giggling a little bit. So this is an amazing product, as you are seeing. The X39 and X49 cause your body to make copper peptides, 2 different copper peptides. X39 causes your body to make GHK copper peptide, and X49 causes your body to make AHK copper peptide. X39 helps your body release pluripotent stem cells. Those are the cells that can become anything your body is calling for. X49 causes your body to make that AHK copper peptide, signaling the body to release specialized stem cells. Those stem cells are very important stem cells, though, found in your brain and nerves system. Alan would say nerves system. He said, I don't have a nervous system. I'm not nervous. I have a nerves system. So I'm taking that on. Brain and nerve system, heart, cardiovascular system, muscles, and bones. Oh, I did it right. Stem cells are drawn to inflammation like a moth to a flame. If we are able to dial down inflammation, we will, and then more stem cells can actually go to repair. So we use the Eon patch to cause your body to make a peptide that is anti-inflammatory, and that helps reduce the inflammation so more of those stem cells can actually go to repair. Has many other benefits and helps reduce those cortisol levels that Dr. Harmon was saying. When your fight or flight you've been in fight or flight for so long you're stuck there, or if you have anxiety, your body is on constant alert. And that raises your cortisol levels. This can help tell your body it's okay. So it's very important. Carnosine is an antioxidant that causes your body, or the patch is named after the antioxidant that it causes your body to make. Remember that light signal. Nothing is going in your body except for different refracted light signals. Like Dr. Harmon talked about the different colors of light. Each patch has a different crystalline structure, different angle, so that it signals your body to make different things. So carnosine is an antioxidant that's super important for your nerves and your muscles, and glutathione is super important. It's kind of like the garbage truck. If you need to take out the trash, your body needs to detox, glutathione will do that. Carnosine is super important for detoxing aluminum out of the brain, but glutathione, incredibly important. So iSwave is what we patched the first few people in the first section with Dr. Harmon. That is a nerve. If we find the right placement with those 2 patches, that stops the barking nerves going, the signal going to the brain. Not necessarily a healing patch, but it does stop that message going to the brain when we can find those barking nerves. And that's pretty amazing to be able to do that kind of level of pain without drugs in any way. Oops, sorry, wrong way. Energy enhancer, I got mine on. I got very little sleep last night. Was created for those Navy SEALs. It is a 2-patch system. All of our envelopes have 30 patches, so the energy enhancer in the iSwave would be 15 applications. Just keep that in mind. And then the SP6 causes your body to help balance your hormones. It helps the hypothalamus in the brain. The autonomic nervous system, your craving center, tells your body to digest, all of those things. Incredibly powerful for your for your kidneys and pancreas. I've read the studies. It's pretty impressive what this little Band-Aid looking thing can do. Silent nights causes your body to make melatonin. So normally people will notice an additional boost of an amazing night's sleep just with the copper peptides, just with the X39. But if you need an additional boost, or you have something going on like autism or a stressful time and you're getting very little sleep, these silent nights is super helpful. AccuLife is the same thing as iSwave. Fun fact, the Veterinary Association doesn't like us marketing the same thing to people as animals, or animals to people. So it's the same thing as iSwave. We just have to market it differently, and inside that package you'll find a little tiny plastic bead that if it happens to fall out on the floor, the patches still work. The Veterinary Association recognizes acupressure, but not light as a form of healing. So lastly, this is where we will tell you pricing, and this is so important. Please do not go onto Amazon and get all gung-ho and I gotta get these patches in my life and go to Amazon. There are imposters who do make fake patches and sell them or you'll be paying way more than what we would prefer you to pay, the wholesale pricing. So please talk to the person who invited you about this. If you hear nothing else, please. And of course, I'm here, Tracey's here, we're all here to help you. And if the person who invited you has the diamond on their name tag, that is a person to talk to. And if it's me, I invited a bunch of people here, so y'all have my phone number. But retail, thousands of dollars for stem cell injections. So when you say retail for a 30-day supply of something that causes your own body to create its own stem cells, $149 sounds like a steal of a deal for me, but of course we can do better than that. So the stem cell activation patches on the wholesale pricing are $99. To get the wholesale pricing, you either buy a wholesale pack, which is our preferred way to do it, and in that pack, we will help you mix and match to let you know what other types of supportive patches you want that help boost the efficacy and the speed at which it gives your body permission to do what God intended it to do. So retail for the supportive patches is $79, but of course in that wholesale pack that becomes $49, or if we were to do a separate order, we could buy the patches with $49 for 3 or more and we mix and match, $59 for 2 or more, or $69 for just 1. But we, of course, like to help you create a plan. Oops, did I go the wrong way? No. Okay. this is an incredible company to be a part of. As you can see, the X39 came out in 2019. The company went from $30 million in sales a year. In the last year, it registered over $456 million in revenue just from this patch. That's, for me, that's a solid company with a solid background. And the patches that we have here in the United States are made here, which is also nice for me to know. And then we have new products coming. So there's, everybody goes, okay, well, these patches stimulate your body to make these things. Wouldn't it be nice to have different things in your body, the raw materials, the building blocks, the bricks? And we have been sending people to Amazon or their favorite supplement company or whatever. This coming soon, hopefully the end of this month. Do we know, Jan? By May. Yay. So this will be a daytime formula and a nighttime formula. I didn't know there were different types of magnesium, so the daytime formula will have one appropriate, the magnesium appropriate for the day. The nighttime will have a different magnesium for the night. There's different ingredients in there to help your body work at its optimum health and help the patches help your body to have the raw ingredients to at the appropriate levels to make all of those amazing things that they signal your body to do. And then coming in September, there's a very exciting product. It has to do with some sort of new metal here on Earth and that they have created. And I can't wait to learn more. I can't say enough. I can't say much about it because I don't know much about it. I'm just super excited that this is a technology company. And the person, owner, inventor of this is so philanthropically minded and so scientifically minded. He is out to help humanity. He's not about all the financial gain. That comes when you do the right thing. Dr. Harmon and I have had conversations about this. When you do the right thing, the money follows, but you have to do the right thing and be properly motivated. And I love that about this company. If you get all excited and you are wanting to learn more, please, please, please. This is a podcast that you can listen to Monday through Friday. There's different things going on every night of the week. And Dr. Stacy is another doctor who talks about the patches. She interviews other doctors. She's got incredible background in reverse aging as well. She is tremendous. And then every Wednesday, our Marcy, our friend Marcy, remember that picture of her looking kind of old and haggard to young and beautiful, 3 pictures? That's Marcy. And she has been doing this patch event every Wednesday afternoon. That is something, a Zoom call that you could invite your friends to across the country and share this information or let an expert share this information. So Tracey and I do patch events here locally quite often. And so this is a way that you can invite a friend and know for sure that there's something happening every week. So the Patching Podcast schedule, I think, is that QR code there. That will take you to thepatchingpodcast.com, and that will take you to, and if you click on the photos, I got a little lost, they just redid it. If you click on the photo, you can get to that podcast. So Tracey and I are going to do a Zoom a few hours later. So if 4 p.m. is too early for you, we will do a Zoom patching podcast this week. So we're hoping that a lot of you will tell your friends and invite your friends to that event just to learn more. I highly recommend you take a peek at this and invite your friends. Invite your friends. So, does anybody have any questions? I'm sure you might have a few burning ones. We are a little later than we were planning to, but I didn't want to cut Dr. Harmon short. So what I would love to do is I will answer a couple of questions, but then I would refer you to the person who invited you. If they cannot answer your questions, then please come to me, or Tracey, or Dr. Harmon. Dr. Harmon wants to make sure that you guys all get a book if you want to purchase a book. And I think, is that it? Giving away prizes! We gotta do that, Tracey! Question. There was a question in the group.
What was the one that's recommended for autism?
Well, in the X39 is the one that we always would want to start with. And then we did talk about there's so many. X39 would be what we would start with. Eon to reduce inflammation. That would accelerate the reduction of inflammation. And then you could do X49 or carnosine to help the brain. But then the glutathione is that garbage truck that helps take the trash out. So often the autism has, we have some extra hormones and problems going on in the brain. We've got to take the trash out and be able to think more clearly. Yes, ma'am.
Regarding, I noticed I'm starting to use different names a lot, and then I start hearing everybody talk about dementia, and I think, oh no, maybe it's connected. So what do you do to improve the brain health?
Well, we talked to Dr. Harmon. To improve the brain health, we absolutely start with the X39. I mean, that's when he showed those pictures of the thermography of the brain scans of the 3 people going from a hot to a more balanced brain, that was just using the X39 for 6 weeks. We can accelerate that with the Eon. We can accelerate it with the X49. We can help take some of that garbage out with the carnosine and the glutathione. So there's a multifaceted approach, and that's why we're here. We're here to answer those types of questions in your specific person. Ooh, I touched something. Yeah, we'd love to give away some prizes and then set you free to follow up with the person who invited you. So I so appreciate that. Tracey, what are we gonna do?
Okay, well, let's give away some really cool smart technology.
Should we point out Jan? Jan's the one who brought these up
Yeah.
for us.
Yes,
Jan.
you want to come up and help us give away all these awesome things?
You're gonna pick and then I'll give the prize?
Okay, sure.
Sure, how about we have you? So what you have here is you've got 10 days of X39, and this goes to Kyla Jones. Is Kyla still here?
Ah!
Okay. And now we've got some more of these 10-day X39ers. You want to?
Sure.
Oh.
I'm not cheating. Who's that?
All righty. This is Cindy Pettis.
Nice.
Okay. And Sharon Arce.
Yay!
You're getting your exercise, Dan. Dan and Marcy are making these prizes available.
Yes.
Crystal.
Crystal, yay!
Okay.
Crystal's kid and my kid make really great grandbabies.
So this is a gift that I brought because we don't get to talk about this one, but this is an aromatherapy classified product that actually is the first time ever in history to be created. This is Shine. And what this does, and you use this with another product at night called Dream, that turns the brain off and allows your body to get into a deeper restful state. My husband and I are in love with both of these. But for you women who've ever had a baby, you know that oxytocin high you get? This creates oxytocin. But this gives you energy throughout the day. And what you do is you spray it, squirt, you sniff, 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 7, 8 times, and it hits your pineal gland, and it's working to balance your hormones. So-
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Cookie
Oh, yeah.
time.
Hopefully no, it could be.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, did I pick
there.
two?
Okay, I did one. All right, Tim Matthews.
Ooh,
Still here,
works
Tim?
on guys too, Tim.
You must be present to win.
Oh, he left.
Oh,
Oh,
darn. Well, we're
must
going
be
to the next.
present.
You got to be here.
Oh, they want to get it to him.
Oh, you want to
They
get
have
okay.
nice
All right.
friends.
Okay.
Nice. That one's in.
Okay. So we are down to 3 more.
Okay.
10-day supplies. X39. So Liz. With a B?
Benavides?
Okay, there we go. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Sydney.
Aw, nice. All right, last one.
This is our last winner.
All right.
You're all winners for being here. And as I always say, your future self really thanks you. All right. This is Annette.
Annette Belize. Awesome.
All right, so here is this. She's getting not just 10 days, you're getting 30 days of Eon. from
Wow.
Dan. What a gift.
Wow.
And this is that really critical one. This is raising a peptide in your liver that pulls out inflammation. And this goes to William. I don't have my glasses on. Okay, there we go. Congratulations.
Yay. How did we end up with so few white ones? Oh, okay. All right. Well, this concludes this portion. I'm so delighted that you're here. If Dr. Harmon is still in the room, he might have gone out to his building, out to his table to sell books and sign books for you. Dr. Harmon! Would the mini-me's come up on stage for a photo op? This auntie and this mom would really like to have your picture took with your older self. Awesome. Asaph, you got this for me?
All right.
Sweet.
Oldest to youngest.
Step forward, guys. Step forward.
1, 2, 3. Nice.
Awesome.
Mom and that auntie get into?
Oh, yeah.
Can't
All right.
mamas.
No. And the auntie.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. All right. We will see you out in the lobby. Thank you guys so much for coming. We're here for questions. All right.
I saw one of the boys flipping them off. Just kidding.
I went into Patch Drea.
Oh, good.
And
I was like,
I think